Hi, I'm Iris and I am from Georgetown, Texas. I was born in San Antonio, Texas, mostly raised my whole life in Georgetown, Texas, with my parents. I have a lot of family in San Antonio and Georgetown, but I went to school in Georgetown High School, elementary. That's where I live. I have 3 beautiful kids. I have a 12-year-old son, a 10-year-old son, and a 7-year-old daughter. I am engaged to a man of 11 years. Hopefully within the next couple of years we'll be married, have it finalized, and live happily ever after. I consider my parents, my mom and my dad, my heroes. They've been together 34 years. My dad, I was really, really close to my dad growing up, close to my mother also. My mom is my role model. They kept me in a stable home. They were pretty strict at times, but I thank them for that because I could have been in the streets, getting into trouble. Even though I did get into some trouble, but they kept me in control. Softball is like my favorite sport, and my parents got me into that. I was raised like in the softball fields. That was my thing. My parents played in tournaments, out of town. I was there running around. So growing up, that was something that I loved. I loved softball. My mom taught me how to pitch at 5 years old, and she's nowhere close to being a pitcher. But I became very successful through, all-stars, through high school. I was a top 25 pitcher in Texas. Didn't make it to college, which I should have. But now that my 7-year-old, she plays now, and I'm teaching her how to pitch, so maybe she can kind of go a little further than what I have. When I was a little girl, I would always, watch TV and see these girls, little girls, even older girls acting, and I was like, I can do that. This kind of looks easy. So I'm hoping maybe, I can, later on in the future, maybe something I can do is maybe do a little acting. They need a lot of Hispanic cultures. They have some Hispanics that's very beautiful in acting and very good at it. Jennifer Lopez, Jessica Alba, Eva Mendes, they're very beautiful and they do a good job at acting, and so maybe one day I can be up there with them, along with them. Modeling, my mom enrolled me in a Miss Teen USA pageant in San Antonio when I was younger. I was like 15 years old. Never went, and she was kind of disappointed in that. I was a tomboy at that age, always with my dad. We liked fishing, I liked softball. So putting on a bathing suit and wearing a formal dress, I never wore dresses at that age. So that was something that I didn't want to do. So I kind of regret it now, but now that I'm older, a lot of people told me you should be a model, So I had a friend that had a camera, he's a photographer now. So I kind of started off with him taking pictures of me, and kind of went on with there. So I'm hoping maybe in the future, become a successful model. My dreams, hopefully my dreams can become reality. Maybe walk into a grocery store and grab a magazine and I open it up and my picture's there, like, hey, boom, there's Iris. So, maybe in acting also, but I'm hoping, I have my 12-year-old son that tells me all the time, like, Mom, why couldn't you, be a model when you were younger, like Grandma told you to, you could be famous right now. So I kind of hear that a lot from him. So I'm hoping maybe, those dreams that I have, can become real pretty soon. I was thinking of the day you were born. They held you up, and I was looking at this mewling, scrawny little creature dripping slime, and all blue and squished up. And I said to the doctor, I said, Mother Mary, get that thing away from me. And the nurse looks at me with this face of shocked horror. And she crossed herself. I don't think she even knew she did it. She looked at me like if I was that freaking kid on The Exorcist, and she crossed herself. And the doctor came to me, handed you to me, and said, she'll grow on you. That's not the funny bit. The funny bit is if she was to see us now and see what you've become, I think she'll agree with me that I had created a monster.